Yeah, I think it kind of all goes back to what you want. I think if what you want is to be glamorized in media, and I want to be this this amazing public figure, then I think you might take the approach of doing flashier things. I might wear cooler things to practice. No knock against that. To people that do, I think that's some people's natural style. I think, but if that's something that you prioritize, then that's things that you would do. But I think, in contrast to that, if your goal is to genuinely be successful at the thing you do, and you're not really worried about too much outside noise, and I genuinely want to be successful at the thing that I do, I think the flashy stuff becomes less important, and I think that's kind of a role that he embraces, and I think that's really good.
G, what do you think about the fact that your home state school's joining the Big Ten next year?
Man, it's great. I mean, I think it's cool. I think it's just going to be another team on their schedule. So I'm going to prepare the same way, either regardless of who we're playing. I think we're prepared the same way and give my best fight.
Is that kind of like what you expect about when you first came here, that there'd be a future where Ohio State would be playing a bunch of West Coast teams in conference games?
No, it's crazy. No, it's wild because those are the teams, growing up that those were just like home-based teams. I'm not sure where you're from, but like where I grew up, it was Washington, it was USC, it was UCLA. Like those were the big-time schools, and so it is kind of cool having them come out here playing them, and I'm looking forward to it. I mean, we're supposed to go to Washington next year, right, at home. So I think when I committed, I was looking forward to that game, even back then. But since they're here, I guess that's good as well.
And you get the extra year, right? You have 2 years left, including this one.
Yeah, I have 2 years left, including this one. Yep.
You talked about being grounded in your faith.
Yeah.
But was there anything this summer that you worked on physically that you're now seeing that hard work pay off?
Like I said a little bit, they all become one. And so the same way that I've strengthened my mind, and I've strengthened my mind as far as, understanding this playbook and understanding the things that I do, the same way I've strengthened my faith by constantly being rooted in this faith, I've also strengthened my body in the same way, just showing up day in and day out. And the goal is to have them all, like I keep saying, to have them be one. And when I say that, I mean, I don't mean to have, because I think an issue that it's easy to have is have my physical, being, like my strength to be up here, and my mind. Maybe I'm really, really smart, and maybe I just really lack, I lack my spiritual nature. And I think this offseason has been just a great, strive for me to, maybe I was really physically this, and maybe I was pretty mentally smart, and it's just kind of have them all being one. And so I think physically they all kind of go hand in hand. I think I didn't do anything special. I showed up every day and I worked my butt off, and that's what I'm going to do moving forward.
So do you feel different this game?
Absolutely. I think this is my, I think just all around, this is the best I've felt, going into a camp, going into a season, and I feel amazing. My heart feels good, my body feels good, my mind feels good, and I'm ready to roll.
How important a part of that formula was graduating, and what did that mean to you?
Graduating is cool. I think it would have felt a little bit better if I was graduating and actually being done with school. I think considering that I'm going to actually stay here and I'm going to continue with school, I think that kind of takes some of the, the excitement off of it. But it's pretty cool. It's a cool achievement. No one can ever take that away from me, regardless of what happens. I am an Ohio State graduate, and I'm proud to say it.
In terms of the on-field development, has it been more difficult to develop as a pass blocker or a run blocker?
I would say they go hand in hand. I would say it's a lot of hand-to-hand combat down there, and I think they're both challenging. I mean, the tight end position is just, it's so complex, and I think it's so much more complex than people actually realize. The amount of jobs that you do, how much emphasis we put on route running, but also in the run game, and then also, like you said, pass blocking. It's hard. There's a lot of jobs to do, and I think my job is just to become a more better and complete tight end, as time goes, and so that's what I've been doing.
Yeah, good. All right.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Yep. Thank you. All right.
How's it going, y'all?